You've been coding for a week on your feature branch. You're finally ready to merge, and suddenly you're staring at a wall of conflicts. Sound familiar? Today we're talking about continuous integration and how it kills that problem. So what exactly is continuous integration?
It's a practice where every team member merges their changes into a shared codebase together with their colleagues' changes at least daily. Each of those integrations is verified by an automated build, including tests, so integration errors surface as quickly as possible instead of piling up for weeks.
Walk me through what that actually looks like day to day.
You start by pulling the latest mainline. You make your changes and run the automated build locally. Before pushing, you pull again to pick up whatever colleagues landed while you were working, resolve any conflicts, and rerun the build. Once it passes, you push to the mainline. A continuous integration service then detects that push, checks out the code on a continuous integration agent, builds it there, and notifies you of the result.
What does a team actually gain from working this way?
Teams that do this find integration becomes a non-event rather than a crisis. It reduces the risk of delivery delays, cuts the effort of integration, and keeps the codebase healthy enough that developers feel safe refactoring. When refactoring is easy, cruft doesn't accumulate, and that keeps the whole team moving fast.
What are the ways teams get this wrong?
4 big ones. First, no self-testing build. That's actually the most common barrier. Second, incomplete version control. If you can't clone the repository and run the product on a clean machine with one command, you're missing something. Third, manual user interface-driven build steps that can't be automated. Fourth, leaving code unintegrated for days. Conflicts that sit undetected for weeks become very hard to resolve, and the friction eventually stops people from refactoring at all.
I hear people say they're doing continuous integration, but then describe something different. What's the misconception?
The big one is running automated builds on feature branches and calling it continuous integration. True continuous integration requires integrating to a single shared mainline at least daily. Branches that live for days or weeks without merging aren't continuous integration. Sometimes it's called trunk-based development to make that distinction clear.
Here's your checklist. 1. Put everything needed to build in version control. 2. Automate the build with a single command. 3. Make that build self-testing. It must pass before anyone integrates. 4. Every developer pushes to the mainline at least daily. 5. Set up a continuous integration service to build and notify on every push. The core takeaway: integrate daily, automate everything, and make the build self-testing. That's what turns merging from a crisis into a non-event. Full source is linked below. Recorded July 2026. If this was useful, subscribe so you don't miss the next one.